Hi everyone, I hope you are having an amazing day. So much going on, and I wanted to update you on the exciting world of Cardano, so let's get right into it. First off, big news, we just had the Cardano 1.5 mainnet update. It says, today we released Cardano 1.5 on the Cardano mainnet. The Cardano 1.5 release is a milestone because it is the last major Cardano release of the Byron development phase, which we have been in since the launch of the mainnet. So for you, those of you using Yoroi, you won't have to do anything. It'll update automatically. But if you are using Daedalus, you will have to update your wallet, which was an easy process. You can download the update from daedaluswallet.io, or you can simply run Daedalus and inside it'll sync the blocks, and then you can just click to update and restart from inside the Daedalus wallet if you already have it installed on your computer. I'm running a Mac, and it didn't take too long at all. I didn't have any problems, which is very nice. So to be honest, most users won't notice too much of a change in this initial update, but it is a huge update because it means we are that much closer to the Shelley update, which brings me to this cool little article here that I found just today talking about Shelley and why it is such a big deal, and it certainly is. So I'll just read it to you here, and bear with the typos in here. Well, what makes Shelley so special is that it's the process of making Cardano a truly decentralized blockchain. A decentralized Cardano will be one of the most powerful blockchains around. That's because it's the first probable proof-of-stake blockchain. Cardano's Ouroboros places Cardano at the same level of security as Bitcoin's POW algorithm, but without the energy issues of proof-of-work. This means, with the Shelley release, Cardano will be one of the most secure POS blockchains in the market. This is a big deal for several reasons. For starters, the value of any blockchain is in its security. If it can be easily compromised, then it's useless. Cryptos that have been successfully compromised in the past have lost immensely, and none of them have shown any signs of any serious comeback. Security is especially important for platform blockchains. That's because for developers to take an interest in building applications on a blockchain, they need to be sure that it is secure. No one wants to build on a blockchain that can be compromised at any time. The investment in time and resources just isn't worth it. More so for applications that are aimed at sensitive industries such as finance. In essence, Shelley makes Cardano attractive for developers, and this will be a source of value for Cardano in the long run. This, without a doubt, makes Shelley extremely important for Cardano. On top of that, with the Shelley release, Cardano will become censorship resistant, since it will be a decentralized network. This will make it extremely attractive to dApps developers when combined with its security. For instance, developers looking to make social networking applications will find Cardano's censorship resistance an asset. That's because these are some of the applications that are always at risk of censorship by governments. Again, this makes Cardano's ADA highly valuable since it's the token that powers the Cardano ecosystem. In essence, Cardano's ADA could be on a long-term upwards trajectory now that Shelley is on track to being released. Not only will it be driven by short-term FOMO, but it also has massive fundamentals backing it up. It has what it takes to attract dApps in large numbers. When all these factors combine with the relationships that the IOHK team has been building with different countries, it's not hard to see that this is one of the best blockchains in the market. It's crypto that could make patient investors wealthy. The ability to stake and earn a passive income will be a bonus. Now, I don't always like talking about the price on a day-to-day basis, but, a lot of us have been quite patient as we've been watching this crypto bear market continue. Next thing, I posted a video last month talking about Ledger support, and I'll let Charles update you where we are as far as that goes.
Ledger support's coming soon. I was told by Nico that the soonest it could come within the next 1 to 2 weeks. More realistically, it probably will ship next month because it depends on Ledger actually updating some things on their end. But the software is basically done. They've been testing things like crazy, but things look really good. So Ledger support coming either this month or early next month. Testnet coming this month, 1.5, most likely coming this month as well.
So Charles is saying that they basically kicked the ball back to Ledger to finalize the integration. Keep in mind that the integration will happen first on Yoroi and later on Daedalus. Any day now, people. I know you have all been very patient. Speaking of Yoroi, Mergo released the Yoroi wallet in the Google Play Store for Android late January, and Yoroi for iOS was just released for iPhone and iPad. I downloaded the wallet, and it seems to be working great. Perfect reviews on the App Store, so you can download that and give me a try, and maybe let me know in the comments how it's working for you. The next thing to talk about is quantum computing. This article was recently released with some IBM executives talking about the threat of quantum computing to blockchains. It's reverse engineering the private keys which represent the control of your wallet. Your public key is essentially your wallet which holds the balances, and I think that's a real credible threat. Bitcoin is a public ledger, so you can go out and see which public keys are holding the largest balances, and you could go out and target those, the hundred or thousands of Bitcoins in there, and say, I'm going to spend effort, computing resource, to reverse engineer the private key from the public key, which is exposed. I think that's even a near-term threat. Companies need to be aware of quantum and the potential risk that it will bring so they can take actions today so that they are not hackable at some point in the life cycle of their products. Any system where it's complicated to move because you need the participation of everybody, so those are the things you need to start thinking about early. You can't wait until there's a threat and then figure out how to migrate. Those things should be planned well in advance. We don't have 30 years anymore. The risk is too high. The advantages in quantum computing will break things before that. The reason I bring this up is to highlight just how amazing the Cardano blockchain is. Over a year ago, Charles released this article addressing this very issue. In fact, I don't remember any other project team seriously talking about this mission-critical issue before Cardano did. And they aren't just talking about it. They are using science and peer review, research, and strong leadership to ensure Cardano will be quantum resistant. Charles wrote, "Therefore, we have launched a long-term research agenda to gradually harden all algorithms used in Cardano's protocol stack against an adversary who possesses a quantum computer. The first part of this agenda is to harden our consensus algorithm, Ouroboros." Another example to highlight how amazing Cardano is a couple of months ago, this article came out showing vulnerabilities in over 26 proof-of-stake cryptocurrencies that would allow a network attacker with a very small amount of stake to crash any of the network nodes running the corresponding software. Guess which proof-of-stake cryptocurrency is not susceptible to such an attack? You guessed it. ADA is not among the 26 cryptocurrencies identified by US researchers last week as being vulnerable to fake stake attacks. The Cardano blockchain's underlying ADA is based on proof-of-stake, but its Ouroboros protocol uses no Bitcoin code and is not affected by the POS version 3's problem. This is not just good luck, but a consequence of the thorough, formally verified approach taken during Cardano's development. Every day, I become more and more impressed by the solid team at IOHK and Cardano. So if you want to show some love and meet crypto's most underrated company, tickets to the 2019 IOHK Summit are still on sale. The summit will be held in Miami, April 17th to 18th, 2019, and if you purchase your tickets with ADA, you will get a 20% discount. I would absolutely love to go, but I will not be attending this year. Not financial advice, but right now I think it is the chance of a lifetime to accumulate ADA. At the time I recorded this video, $750, the price of a silver ticket, would get you over 14,000 ADA. I posted a video a few months back discussing the scarcity of Bitcoin. It takes approximately 2,143 ADA to match the scarcity of 1 Bitcoin. So 14,000 ADA matches the scarcity of 6.53 Bitcoin. I am hoping that IOHK will be as transparent as they were with Plutus Fest and the other events with uploading the sessions, but I will be on the lookout for anyone uploading content during that weekend. Next up, I will talk about a couple of other articles that have piqued my interest since I uploaded my last video. Cardano to overthrow EOS's place as the king of DApps once fully launched, Weiss Ratings. For those of you who don't know, Weiss Ratings have been around since the early 70s, giving ratings to stocks, mutual funds, exchange-traded funds, and financial institutions, and most recently cryptocurrencies. I have followed the Weiss Ratings since they started covering cryptos, and they've always had Cardano with a top rating. They said, Cardano hasn't fully launched yet, therefore usage is low, and there are no dApps running on it. Once finished, we expect great things out of the protocol, quite possibly taking EOS's place as the #1 dApp platform. We are cautiously optimistic. Now, the dApp, or decentralized application space, hasn't really taken off too much yet. Most of the dApps out there are for gambling, and Cardano has been working hard on things like their Kaleidoscope for online poker. I'll be honest, EOS is my second largest position after Cardano. I think there's too much hate going on between projects. Obviously, I have my favorites, but just like in the real world, we need to focus on our similarities rather than our differences. I also don't hold any Tron either, but I'm pulling for them too. One of my good friends is all in on Tron, and I would be heartbroken if Tron didn't make it. I'm a firm believer that many coins will survive and thrive, and I'm pulling for any coin that is trying to bring freedom from government control through decentralization. Lastly, Cardano creator criticizes JPM coin. For those of you who don't know, JP Morgan, whose CEO Jamie Dimon formerly took every chance he had to trash Bitcoin and blockchain, becomes the first, I think of many, US banks to create a digital coin for value transfer. Charles told us how he really felt while appearing on a panel in Hong Kong.
Remember the Microsoft Zoom?
What year was that? I mean, I just turned 17 yesterday.
And remember when they showed it, and it just you instantly got this sense of you're doing it wrong? Yeah, it's the exact same thing. I saw the JP Morgan coin, and it's, you guys just don't get this space. You eat those, you're going to have any of these things work. It's an abomination of a cryptocurrency. It's an abomination of a concept. I mean, first they are the Federal Reserve. They run the whole damn show, them and 5, 6 other entities. And there's absolutely no need or utility behind what they've created. It's just a proof of concept for the sake of being a proof of concept, to say that they're in the space and they can justify some sort of bizarre executive fantasy. The whole reason we exist is because these guys are criminals. Yep. They've done horrible things over the last few decades. They've bankrupted the world, and they've excluded 3 billion people from the world financial system as a consequence of their regulations and the systems that they've put into play. And the whole world is living the consequences of their malfeasance and poor decisions. So, as a counter-reaction, the cryptocurrency space exists, and it continues to grow, and it's going to continue to gain relevance, and eventually it'll collide with the legacy system, and we'll have a synthesis which will produce a much better, more fair system for everybody. But I see these things as the last vestiges of a dying industry trying to achieve some form of relevance. And I have very little respect for this type of work. I don't see it as a positive thing, I just see it as the Zoom, as an also-ran product that will be eclipsed by something else. Sorry for being cynical, but the son of a bitch said we were all a scam back in 2017. And I'm never going to forget that.
I mean, yeah, it is an abomination. I think it brings validation to the crypto space, but it is in no way a positive thing. Anyway, that is all I got for you now. I hope you are having an amazing life. Please do all the clicks, and I will keep you informed on the latest news about Cardano and the road to Shelley. Namaste.